I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters.
The boxing world is heating up as Canelo Alvarez prepares for what may be the defining moment of his career, his September showdown against Terence "Bud" Crawford. It's not just a clash of titans, it's a battle of legacies, with DAZN cameras capturing every ounce of sweat from Canelo's intense training sessions. The narrative isn't just about what's happening in the ring, but whether all this physical and mental grind can actually outmatch Crawford's speed, timing, and ring intelligence. Box Eye Hub is here to break it all down for you, quote by quote, step by step. Let's dive into what the footage and expert commentary are really saying about Canelo's readiness for this war. Canelo's current form is commanding respect. From what we've seen between 036 and 104, it's clear this isn't just routine camp work, it's war preparation. Canelo isn't saying much, but his intensity is speaking volumes. His reputation was built not on trash talk, but on raw execution, and that reputation is fueling the hype. His legacy demands dominance, and this bout with Crawford isn't just another paycheck, it's a symbol of control. Watching Canelo train with precision, explosiveness, and a brutal work ethic, one thing is clear, he's not stepping into this fight just to survive, he's looking to destroy. The focus zooms in on Canelo's mental and tactical preparation. There's a very real question. Is Canelo still the genius in the ring, or is Father Time creeping in? While his dedication is beyond question, the fight game waits for no one. Canelo's ring IQ and head movement are legendary, but Crawford brings an unpredictable style. This clip highlights Canelo's work ethic, but it also plants a seed of doubt. Can his experience and mind overcome the dynamism and freshness that Crawford carries into the ring? That's what this camp is designed to test. There's a shift in tone. This isn't about glory anymore, it's about identity. Canelo knows the critics. He's heard the whispers that his fire has dimmed and his hunger replaced by financial security. But this fight, according to what we see here, is a challenge to that narrative. It's about proving that the man who once ruled the sport still carries the weight of legacy on his back. This bout isn't just physical, it's spiritual. Canelo wants to show he's still king, not just a well-paid champion, and Crawford stands between him and that affirmation.
If they're each gonna fight, really fight, I think it's terrific. It's very interesting. But again, if I had to pay money to watch that fight, I wouldn't do it, because Canelo has shown in his last few fights that he's just a businessman.
Bob Arum throws shade at Canelo, labeling him a businessman rather than a fighter, and this criticism cuts deep because it's not coming from a random hater. It's Bob Arum. He's implying that Canelo's recent bouts haven't had the hunger, the dog that defines champions. While Canelo might be dominating the business side, Arum questions if he still bleeds for the sport. This fuels the pressure. If Canelo steps into the ring lacking the edge, Crawford will exploit it. But if he's truly training with fire, he can silence all of this.
But again, if Canelo really fights, because I think safe to say Terence always fights. He doesn't know anything else. So then it could be a very good, interesting fight.
Bob Arum continues his analysis, offering a backhanded compliment. Crawford always brings it. Canelo, maybe. The implication is that Crawford is constant, a warrior through and through, so the only real variable is Canelo. If he rises to the occasion, it becomes a war. This frames the entire fight as a test of commitment. Canelo isn't just fighting Crawford. He's fighting the perception that he's no longer all in. Arum may doubt him, but this very doubt is what could be fueling the beast we're seeing train harder than ever before.
Vamos a ganar por nocaut.
What round?
En el que sea, pero lo vamos a noquear esta vez.
What round did he say?
Whatever round, but they're gonna win by knockout.
Crawford's a good fighter, a great fighter, but Canelo the best.
Es un tremendo peleador. Crawford es un gran boxeador, muy completo, pero ese día van a ver otro Canelo.
He's a great fighter. Crawford's a great fighter, but that day he's facing...
Edie Reynoso puts it all on the line. A knockout prediction, bold and definitive. And coming from Canelo's head trainer, it sets the tone. Reynoso acknowledges Crawford's greatness, but also positions Canelo as the destroyer on fight night. This kind of confidence doesn't come from blind loyalty. It comes from watching a fighter peak at the right time. If Reynoso's right, then we're not just looking at a win, we're looking at a statement. One that could go down in history if Canelo backs up his trainer's words in the ring. What stands out isn't just Canelo's skill, it's his unpredictability. His unique mix of body shots, feints, and angle strikes gives him the ability to frustrate even elite-level opponents. Add to that Munir Samoya's return as strength conditioning coach, and the formula becomes clearer. Canelo is building his body and style to handle Crawford's rhythm. His team's focus on correcting previous gaps like foot speed and endurance shows this isn't about size, it's about precision. Canelo sharpening every tool, but will it be sharp enough to cut through Crawford's iron defense?
Saúl, aquí, flexiona. Ahí, flexiona la pierna. Eso. Bien, cada que baja, baja tu flexiona. Eso, un poquito menos, no tanto. Eso ahí. 5, 6, eso, 7, 8.
Get a deeper look into the sparring strategy behind Canelo's camp. What's fascinating is how tailored the sparring partners are, designed to mirror Crawford's movement and counters. This isn't just repetition, it's simulation. Every jab, slip, and angle is meant to mentally prepare Canelo for a southpaw sniper. Sparring isn't about winning rounds, it's about rewiring instincts. And by fighting mirrors of Crawford every day, Canelo aims to make the real fight feel like just another session. That's the ultimate test, whether simulation can replicate the storm Crawford brings when the lights go on. attention turns to the mechanics, Canelo's footwork, core balance, and weight transitions. One trainer's voice echoes in the gym, "We're not just building muscle, we're building control." This reflects an underrated part of Canelo's evolution. He's often seen as a power puncher, but his success comes from stability and timing. Against Crawford, who floats like mist and strikes like lightning, this stability might be Canelo's biggest weapon. He's training to be the wall Crawford can't dance around. If his base holds, his counters might finally slow Crawford's rhythm enough to land bombs.
Performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
A team member explains how Canelo's diet has changed this camp. It's not just about cutting weight, it's about fueling intensity, high protein, lower sugars, timed carbs. This isn't flashy, but it's revealing. It shows Canelo isn't coasting into this. He's engineering his body to be faster, leaner, more efficient. This is the first time since the Bivol fight that Canelo's entire camp feels stripped down, like a return to the version of himself that took risks and hunted greatness. Whether it's enough to match Crawford's freakish cardio is unknown, but it shows intent.
I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters.
Speedbag footage tells a whole story. Canelo's hand speed isn't naturally explosive like Crawford's, but it's faster than many expect, and what he lacks in pure velocity, he makes up for with timing. You see it in the rhythm 1, 2, 3, pause, then snap. His fists aren't just fast, they're timed to interrupt motion. Against Crawford, that could be deadly. Crawford's used to dictating pace, but if Canelo can interrupt with sharp, sudden bursts, the rhythm war gets messy, and that's exactly where Canelo thrives. In chaos, he controls.
What do you think?
That's gonna be a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. Weight classes.
The short clip shows Canelo focusing purely on body mechanics, shadowboxing in front of a mirror, analyzing every movement. This isn't for Instagram, it's for refinement. His jab, usually overshadowed by his power shots, looks sharper, his head movement tighter. Even his shoulders roll with more fluidity. What's clear here is that Canelo is obsessing over the little things. It's not about being flashy, it's about becoming invisible to the predictable eye. Crawford is surgical with his reads, but if Canelo removes the removes the tension, he becomes a puzzle Crawford might not solve in 12 rounds. Strength coach Munir Samoya talks explosiveness. He says it's not about how strong he is, it's how fast that strength arrives. That's a massive insight. Power that takes a full second to land is useless against someone like Crawford. But if Canelo's hips, shoulders, and feet are synced, then that split-second punch could be the difference between landing flush or missing wide. Samoya's role here is crucial. He's making Canelo's already dense muscle move like a whip instead of a hammer. If that training sticks, Crawford's jaw will be tested in ways it never has before.
We always train about that.
Wow.
We prepare ourselves for everything, of course, but I never think about losing.
Wow. What is the process like the day of a fight for you, mentally and emotionally? How do you prepare for that fight?
For me, it's a normal day.
Just
for
like
me, I
grab a
just
cup of coffee, relax, hang out?
relax, obviously very relaxed, but for me, in my mind, is a normal.
We hear from sparring partner 2, a slick, rangy southpaw. He's hitting angles I didn't expect. This is crucial. Most of Crawford's dominance comes from confusing opponents, turning orthodox fighters into statues. But Canelo, known for his adaptability, seems to be attacking the angles instead of chasing them. That's big. If Canelo can cut the ring effectively and fire hooks from unpredictable positions, it limits Crawford's ability to reset. Canelo's never gonna match Bud's mobility, but he doesn't have to. He just has to anticipate fade it, close the gap, and make him pay for every move.
Canelo's smart. Absolutely, he's smart. He knows this business as well as anybody. So no, it's not surprising that Canelo learned from Floyd and has employed some of that in the retention of his career. Canelo still knows how to make fireworks when he absolutely has to make fireworks. But at the end of the day, he's a counterpuncher. He's a great defender. He has the most solid punch resistance of anybody in the sport. Nobody's ever knocked him off balance. Nobody's ever really knocked him down.
A moment of clarity hits. Canelo's doing heavy bag work, and you hear Reynoso yell, "Cadera!" Hips. This reminds us that Canelo's power isn't in his arms, it's in the torque. Every punch starts from his feet, twists through his hips, and explodes out. This kinetic chain is what made him so dangerous at 160. And now going into a fight where timing beats flash, this could be key. Crawford's seen speed, but has he felt Canelo's bodywork at close range? If those hips snap at the right time, Crawford will feel every second of those 12 rounds. The conditioning drills are intense. Canelo's doing uphill sprints with resistance cords dragging behind him. This isn't about show, it's pain for a purpose. Crawford is known for coming on strong late. Canelo's last few performances have shown some fade in the later rounds, but this kind of training shows they're addressing it. If Canelo wants to match Crawford in rounds 10, 11, and 12, this is the way. It's not glamorous, but it's necessary. Because if he fades, Crawford will eat him alive. But if Canelo finishes strong, the fight becomes a war of will, not just skill, from every angle. Speed, strength, endurance, and mental sharpness, Canelo Alvarez is preparing like this is the last war of his career. DAZN's raw footage doesn't lie. This is a man fighting to protect his throne, legacy, and name. But Terence Crawford is no ordinary opponent. He's a hybrid, part technician, part assassin, and while Canelo is training like a beast, the ultimate question remains, will this preparation be enough to break Crawford's rhythm and drop the pound-for-pound king? September will answer it. Until then, stay locked in to Boxy Hub for every update, breakdown, and behind-the-scenes insight. Hit that subscribe button. We've got more fire coming.